Our top focus at this hour. Now, the United States has once again reiterated its warning that Russia could invade Ukraine at any moment. This as talks on the highest levels between the West and Russia continue in a bid to defuse the situation, which in recent days have heightened dramatically. Now, in the latest, U.S. President Joe Biden briefed Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in an hour-long call about the conversation he'd had with Russia's Putin. That call between Biden and Putin did not bring about any breakthrough. Now, Zelensky's office said that the President Biden was issued an invitation to visit Kyiv in the coming days to show moral support and deliver a powerful signal to Russia. But Washington made no mention of this invitation in its readout of the call. U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan issued a rather grim assessment, warning that an invasion could begin any day now and would likely start with a significant barrage of missiles and bomb attacks. Agreeing with the U.S. that an invasion is imminent is the UK. A British government spokesperson said that Britain was working on a package of military support and economic aid for Ukraine, which will be announced soon. Prime Minister Boris Johnson will also make a trip to Europe later this week in order to build support for Ukraine. Now, the statement came after his Defence Minister Ben Wallace suggested that some nations were not taking a strong enough stand against Moscow. In an interview with the Sunday Times, Wallace compared Western efforts to head off a Russian invasion to the appeasement of Nazi Germany ahead of World War II. He was referring to the 1938 Munich Agreement that handed Nazi Germany the southern land in western Czechoslovakia in a failed bid to avert major conflict in Europe. Wallace himself is due in Brussels for a meeting of NATO defence ministers on Wednesday to discuss the crisis. Meanwhile, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz will arrive in Ukraine today and then visit Moscow tomorrow, that is on Tuesday. Now, in the latest bid by European leaders to defuse tensions, he issued this warning before his departure. Listen in. Russian President Vladimir Putin has continued to dismiss U.S. allegations denying any such to invade Ukraine and has accused the West of hysteria. It cannot be denied, however, that Russia has amassed over 100,000 troops near Ukraine. On your screens now, you can see that Russian forces now surround Ukraine from all three sides. On the north, in Belarus. On the east is Russia itself. And down south is the Black Sea. Now, in the heart of the ongoing conflict is Russia's security demands fundamentally. Russia wants two things. That is, one, the promise that Ukraine never be allowed to join NATO, and two, that NATO refrain from expanding further eastwards, which means remove missile deployments and infrastructure from near Russia's borders. The US and NATO have rejected both demands, however, but continue to push Moscow to discuss them jointly with US and European allies. For now, diplomatic talks continue even as Russia and Ukraine both stage military drills at their borders.